Hey guys, welcome back. It's Grim Reaper coming at you for another video for Raidshadowlegends. Hopefully doing well and hopefully looking after yourselves. Bit of an interesting topic today. We're going to be doing a video looking back at the whole look of the 2024 experience and just go over some personal choices that I fairly actually rated done in a positive way and some of the stuff that I would like to go over in today's video. So there's a lot going into this. So obviously my personal highlight or the breakthrough to this, like the perfect, I guess I'm gonna say from the perfect the rival of this year would be actually for epic empowerment, right? I think that the epic empowerment was big, right? I think it was big for a lot of people. I think that this was very good for a lot of people, especially for the free-to-play community. And this was probably my best, I'm gonna call it the best life equality that they've done, right? It's just amazing. Like the stats really make a big difference. You can see here I've still got a few epics to empower. I'm trying to get all epics of +4 on my account, even if they're bad or not, because one thing I've learned from this game is you can never have too many stats, and you never know when a champion is could be very useful with new content being changed, rebalanced, nerfed, and stuff like that. Or Curse City like was a big reminder as well for this year for a lot of people that the content can make a big difference. And for me, this has to be the quality of the, it's just really solid. This helps everyone. And for me, this has to be the quality life of change from this year. So I really enjoy that. I think this is one thing the Playroom got right in the end. And there wasn't a lot of things that Playroom have got. I'm also going to give a quick shout out as well and actually say that this was a very solid change as well, giving everyone an extra literary tome a month, extra dust, which is worth about 250, and it's really helped out me in general as a low spend player. The extra energy, which works out to be 1,400 energy extra a month, really makes the fusions a lot more attainable, and not just for a low spender player, but for all players overall. I think there will be some more improvements. I am definitely looking forward to the seasons. Hopefully there's going to be some challenges in there to help playing out the playing fields. That's going to be my favorite life equality. The favorite buff of the champion of this year. I'm gonna be honest. Like my favorite buff of the champion this year actually is gonna be a champion. He is in his meta. He's kind of dropped a little bit out again. I don't have him on my account, but I have built him on other live arena takeovers, and he's actually brought a lot. He smacks really hard, and I think this has to be like the rebalance of the year. Personally, for myself, I enjoy P vs P content more than P vs E, and I really enjoyed this. Now, I do feel like Siege wasn't as enjoyable as I find other P vs P content, if I'm honest. But I think Player will do their best to kind of help us to enjoy that more, and I'm really looking forward to the changes that they make in Siege. They are probably it's only their own content that made changes throughout already, even slow and steady. They are doing some stuff there, so hopefully they carry on with that. I guess my favorite release this year, there wasn't a lot of a release this year that got me excited, if I'm honest. I think we all felt a bit down and a bit frustrated with the decisions they made towards the end of 2024. But the decisions that they made at the 2024 was great, right? Like there was good fusions, they changed the metas, there was a really good guaranteed, which was good for low spend players, which was King Narcissus. They just didn't keep this up. And this is what I need, well, what we need from Playroom. It's the consistency from Playroom, which is going to be so important going on to 2025. So I really hope they watch this video and think about consistency to start off strong in 2025 and finish strong on 2025. I don't think we've had a year when we've finished really solidly. I would like to see some more Titan events as well. This is going to be my way of asking for more Titan events like Cernic. Champions aren't super crazy, but can be helping the average player for progression. I did Cernic, I already had him already. So I'm not going to make this into a rant video. I don't want this to be a rant video. I do want this to be fairly like good video. We will have some giveaways, by the way, and I will say towards the end on how to enter for the giveaways. So I guess well, my MVP content creator 2024. It's a kind of interesting one because all content creators I actually really enjoy, and all content creators are good at their own thing in their own way. That's why they're big content creators. And I have to give a shout out to all the big content creators because I think it's really hard to kind of just say who's my MVP, because I think all the content creators, even myself, bring different elements to this game. You know, you've got people that are like free to play experts, people like end game experts in PvP, you know, people that are end game experts in PvE, and it's really hard. Some bring entertainment levels better than others. Some are just simple, better maths and really breaking down the mechanics and stuff to really help you. So it's really hard for me to say who is the best. Well, not the best, but who is my MVP. I guess if I had to pick someone, and I think I'm picking this person for two reasons. One, their content has actually really grown, and I think two is because big content creators, or not even just big content creators, all content creators in some ways get slandered for how they are, how they kind of look at, like people, you know, slander like my audio sometimes, or my camera, or whatever, or just nasty comments about my dyslexia or stuff like that. And we all get slandered in our own ways for content and etc. I don't think people realize how hard it is to make content. And this person's really got great knowledge in the game. He's actually in gold for live arena. I think he's higher than me in rankings, and he's a really underrated for his knowledge. And it's going to have to be the biggest content creator in Raidshadowlegends. Ash has really grown, right? Like Ash, his guides are great. These are better for like average players, like mid game or late game or early game. He's always been known for entertainment and etc. But I think personally for myself, out of everyone, he has grown his content the most when we're talking about knowledge and education. His collab's always good, and he is a really nice guy, and he is not afraid to talk about his personal life. A lot of content creators can be seen as like not hiding, but they keep that split between real life and the fashions and the communities. And personally myself, like I do share a lot of my information, mainly on my streams, not so much on my videos, because I like to get to nitty gritty. But for me, he has to be my MVP for 2024. He wasn't someone that I really watched a lot back in 2023 or 2022, unless it was entertainment purposes. But this year he has really grown, and I have to give Ash's credit is due. I think he's really underrated for his knowledge, and probably gets slandered a bit too much from what I see in other communities as well. But for me, my MVP has to be Ash as a collab. I think he should keep up doing that. His levels of builds, etc., has definitely gone up. He's beat me in live arena. He has a really solid account. So for me, he has to be my MVP. And again, obviously, Ash, you're always welcome to do a collab if you wanted. I don't mind. Overall, it could be a fairly solid collab for sure. I'm not too sure what we'd do it on yet, but we could maybe talk about live arena and talk about maybe two different aspects of that. I guess that is me covering everything from like my best. It's really hard to say because I really enjoyed Nubs. I really enjoyed MTG. There is a lot of content creators. How Hades, I have a really good relationship with How Hades. We talk regularly. His content solid. I'm really looking forward to Godforge and etc. So that's really hard. But I think when I'm talking about the growth of their content, I think it has to go to Ash this year. I think Scratch is another one as well. I think Scratch's content has grown really solid, and I do watch a lot of Scratch as well. So yeah, I think the roundup of this year was pretty solid. Talking about the Chimera, I think Chimera has to be my favorite content at the moment in PvE. I didn't really like Curse City. I didn't really like Siege. I didn't like the changes to Hydra, but I do really enjoy the aspects of Chimera. They just need to buff the rewards because the rewards are not great, and there does need to be primal shards in there and mythical tomes in there. There should be a way to farm that, or at least buff the live arena chest, which I mentioned a few times throughout my videos. But for me, Chimera has to be, obviously a lot of people are enjoying Chimera more than Hydra now because the Hydra changes wasn't favorable, and for me, the Chimera was the favorable content that I like. I don't really like clan boss. You know, build a team, leave it to it. Right, Unkillable. Thank you very much. I do a lot of takeovers for clan boss. I just don't enjoy it. I just do it because it's probably the most progressive content you can do for someone, and that's the aim of my channel, is to help people. So I do clan boss takeovers because I know how to speed tune, I know how to build, I know how to build them. Even difficult teams, I know how to build them, and I just get on with it. Right, it can be a bit stressful sometimes, but I don't enjoy it. But it is what it is. Hydra, again, I still do enjoy Hydra, but I don't go full out every week now, unfortunately, which is something like that. Chimera, I do go full out, and I am doing a lot of testing in Chimera and enjoying it quite a bit. So for me, of the year, Chimera has to be the one. My MVP of content creator has to be Ash, because his knowledge and everything's just grown this year, and I think credit is due when we're talking about content creators. My personal highlight this year from my real life is just, this is my first year of being a full-time content creator, and it's been a hell of a journey. And I think when we are talking about being a full content creator, it's super risky. You know, like, you don't know when your income's going to come in. My channels are still quite small, but I would like to really thank my community, mainly on the Twitch side, because of how much support they have offered me over the past year, or longer than that. Like, there has to be shout outs to go to everyone, really, but mainly two people in my community have really gone out of their way over the past year or so, and that's going to be Ram. Ram is solid. He does a lot of services as well for himself and for other people. He really helps the community, or minor community, really solidly, and he does a great job on just like taking over people's accounts and just doing stuff so people could take a bit of a break for the game. And Meeby has been part of my community probably for about past 4.5 years. Meeby is the man behind the scenes that helps me with the audio. He helps me with the small pieces that I don't really know a lot about. And I would like to take this chance to really thank both of them. And I'm extremely lucky, but there is a lot of people in my community that are really, really helpful and have helped me over the past year of my journey to becoming a content creator. So yeah, it's been a hell of a ride. I've learned a lot over the past year or so about YouTube and Twitch, and there's still a lot to grow and hopefully carry on growing over the next few years on my content creation journey. I understand that my content's not the best, but that's something I'll need to work into. And I'm always working towards, right? I guess the last thing then, the juicy stuff, is going to be 5 giveaways for you guys, right? This is coming from Plarium, which is great. About time. So the rewards will be 1 legendary skill tome, 1 5-star chicken, a 3-star a boost for a 3-day boost, 400 energy, and 4 sets of auto battles. I don't think you can really complain with that, to be honest. It's probably the best reward I've seen from all these challenges from a content creator. I guess I would like to give a big shout out to Ace as well, and Banana Jam. I think Banana Jam and Ace have not had it so easily recently, with all the negative stuff that's been going on in the community, and I think they're doing a solid job as a YouTube coordinators as well. And I would like to say, like, how much work they have done with doing these content creator challenges, etc., as well, is super solid from them, and hopefully they can keep it up for 2025, because I feel like it's just giving back to our communities even more, which is so important. As a content creator, I really enjoy giving the gems, the agent shard, once a month to my community. It's really solid. So doing these extra community events as well is super solid, so big shout out to them. So how can you enter for these giveaways? We're going to be doing these giveaways on stream. We're going to do these. Let me just check what the cutoff date is. So, okay. So I will announce in Discord. I'll do an event on what day we're going to do this. But we'll do marble races in this. And we're probably going to do it around about the 5th of January. It's a Sunday. So come and take part. My Twitch channel is down in the links. And we'll do some giveaways for this as well. So if you're recommended to do that, I hopefully you enjoy it. And yeah, we'll pick 5 winners from the marble races and have a bit of fun with that as well. That's it from me today. Hopefully I didn't ramble too much. Just wanted to kind of give my personal thought of how this year went. And I think only things can get better in 2025. Fingers crossed. That's it from me today. I appreciate you guys watching to the end. I've been Grim Reaper. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.